Hey Canucks fans, the Vancouver Canucks were defeated 3-1 by the visiting St. Louis Blues. Let's get into what I liked, what I didn't like, and one other thing. I'm Canuck Clay, and this is my Canucks take, all in one take. It's Clay's Canucks commentary, post-game recap for Sunday, January the 23rd. If you're new, here's what you should do. Hit the subscribe button now for daily Canucks insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. What did I like? Well, I liked the overall effort by the team, and it really manifested itself in the shots on goal. They outshot St. Louis 39-17. That's more than 2-1. And then when you add in the 20 block shots by St. Louis and the 8 block shots by Vancouver, then not counting shots that missed the net, you're talking about shots on goal and block shots. The Canucks outshot St. Louis 59-25. That's almost, 2.5 times as many. So 59 shots that were either on goal, saved, went in, or blocked by the Blues. So you certainly cannot fault the Canucks' effort. For sure, it was evident the entire game, and they outshot the Blues in all 3 periods, especially that first period where they had 21 shots on net. So I did like the overall effort from the team, especially considering they were missing their top three goaltenders. I know you only play one in a game, but they're missing Demko, Halak, and the new fan favorite Spencer Martin. So Michael DiPietro was in net. And you're missing, again, 3 of your top 6 forwards. Besser, Horvat, and Garland were all out of the lineup once again. So despite being shorthanded, and of course the goalies aren't going to get you any shots on goal, but so being shorthanded, those 3 forwards, 3 of their top 6 forwards, I thought the Canucks played a pretty good game in terms of effort and in terms of shot rate. And no surprise, when you're out shooting a team 39-17 and you're also out shooting them even more when you add in block shots, it's no surprise that the Canucks Corsi stats, i.e. shots attempted while you're on the ice versus shots given up while you're on the ice, every single one of the 18 Canucks forwards had a positive Corsi rating tonight. Justin Bailey led the group with 83%. And then Nils Hoglander was a low man at 58%, but he was still at 58%. That means not one single Canucks skater, the Blues attempted more shots than the Canucks did when that skater was on the ice. So overall, a good effort from the Canucks that way. Individually, Brock Besser was noticeable. He had 6 shots on goal. We also had Nils Hoglander having 5 shots on goal. So those are 2 big goal shot totals. Also noticed Justin Bailey only played 7.5 minutes, but had 4 shots on goal in those 7.5 minutes. I always love the way that Bailey can get to the net. He's not the most creative guy once he gets to the net, but at least he is creating those opportunities. Also, Quinn Hughes had 5 shots on net, as Tyler Myers had 4. So already there's about 20 shots between those 5 players alone. And then on the hit side, Luke Schenn, another steady game by him, has 6 hits on the back end. So those are some of the things I liked. DiPietro, for me, he's going to straddle both what I liked and what I didn't like. I love what a battler he is. And that's one thing I said to Lucas. You guys know I went to the game with Lucas. I said compared to Demko, who's so efficient in the crease, you can tell that DiPietro is simply not as polished. And maybe because he's smaller, maybe because of his playing style, he seems a little more frantic, but he's battling. He's battling. So I loved the compete level in DiPietro. So let's jump to what I didn't like, though. I don't think he played that good of a game, quite frankly. The first goal, couldn't do much. Great deflection. The second goal, I think he was playing too far back in his net. Sure, he didn't want to give up a goal to the post, but I think he could have done a better job of being ready for that centering pass. Or maybe that was a really tough play. Whichever way you want to go is fine with me. But a third goal, I think he could have had. I know the Canucks were hemmed in their own zone, and he had to fight through a screen. But I thought that was a weaker goal and really put the game away. So I thought DiPietro was okay. There are parts of his game that I liked. There are parts of his game that I didn't like. Also did not like the Canucks special teams. Tell me if you've heard this before. The Canucks give up 1 power play goal, and they don't score 1 on their own. So the Canucks... the Blues went 1 for 3 on the power play, so Canucks only went 67% on their penalty kill, and they went 0 for 4 on their own power play. So that's a CCSTS, Clay's combined special team stat of 67%. Not good enough once again. And it really, really, really came to a head when the Canucks had that two-man advantage. Besser, Pettersson, Hughes, Pearson, and Chason. A lot of looks, a lot of one-timers, but nothing too dangerous. And they ended up scoring actually just as the two St. Louis players came out of the penalty box. So it didn't even count as a power play goal. Now, sure, that counts as two power plays, but still, imagine if you score early in that power play, then the first power play, the one guy comes out, but you still have that remaining time as a second power play. So important to score early on a 5-on-3. Instead, the Canucks do not score on that 5-on-3, and then, they squander a chance to get more than one power play goal because they couldn't even get one in the first place. Also, Jason Dickinson, I thought, struggled. He had 13 minutes of ice time, but he had a 2 or 3 really good chances, and he simply has no finish. His defensive game's fine, and maybe you're not paying him 2.6 for his offense, but he really struggled in front of the net. And Elias Pettersson, yes, he had the assist on the goal by Pearson, but he's a second not so good game after 2 really good performances where he scored 3 goals in those 2 games. Now, tonight, not even a single shot in net, in 21 minutes of ice time and 5 of those minutes on the power play. He needs to get more. No, he needs to get at least 1 shot on goal, especially when you have a 5-on-3. And Bruce Boudreau even referred to it after the game. So there are a few things that I didn't like. And one other thing, speaking of Bruce Boudreau, congrats to Coach for coaching his 1,000th career game, regular season game, I believe. And the cool thing is, of all the coaches that have coached 1,000 games, only the incomparable Scotty Bowman has a greater winning percentage as a head coach. So that is lofty company. At the game, I'm sure they showed it on TV too. They had a wonderful tribute video. Scotty Bowman was in there. Stan Smith was in there. Nick Backstrom was in there. Even Ryan Kessler, Kevin Bieksa, and even Alex Ovechkin was in there. Corey Perry as well. So Foligno. So players from all of his stops: Washington and Anaheim and Minnesota, and now of course Vancouver. So at least Stan Smith was in there, and Jim Rutherford was in there as well. So really fitting tribute to a great coach. I think we're blessed to have him here with the Vancouver Canucks. But only he can do so much when you're missing your top goaltenders and 3 of your top 6 scorers. So there's what I liked, there's what I didn't like, and there's one other thing. Let me know in the comments below what you liked, what you didn't like, and one other thing. And I'd love to read, react, and reply as always. Thanks to my sponsors, Perform and Transform, personal training and weight loss. Sign up now for a free 7-day trial. Use the link in my video descriptions. And thanks to Advanced City Experts Real Estate Group. Contact Jason Lim and his team for all of your real estate needs. Shout out to legendary Lucas Gates, who I went to the game with, had a lot of fun. Legendary Justin Credible, legendary Andrew Chang, Hero members Nux Fan number 29 and Carol Bovenlander, Hall of Fame members Jens 95, Sim Alexander, Chris Seifert, Adam Brufeld, Shannon Hollingworth, HSM Fangirl Gaming, Smooth Move, and Fung Q. Thank you for your support as always, and thanks to the support of all members of all levels. You are listed in my video descriptions. If you want to become a member of the CCC crew, press the join button underneath this or in my videos on the memberships tab on my YouTube channel. Subscribe if you'd like to, like this video if you'd like to, become a member, or upgrade if you'd like to. Leave a comment down below if you like to, what you like, what you didn't like, and tell me one other thing. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. God bless, and go Canucks go.